scale investigation through public hearing on the general situations of our rail lines. So whatever
situation in the country in view of the consistent derailment and dangers to lives and properties.
Yes, sir.
That the Senate should set up an investigative panel that will call for public hearing, and then, of course, and also call the players, both past and present, to interrogate and come up with a comprehensive solution on why we are having the teething problems and at the same time the way forward. I think that's what they are trying to say. Yes, any second?
Yes.
Senator,
corporation to immediately fix the problem so that that line will now become operational. Then the investigation will follow. Yes, because the major issue now is to restore service, to restore the rail system so that it begins to work. Very, very important. So then you have to mandate the NRC to make that line operational, and then investigation will now follow. Full-scale investigation to unravel the performance of the rail system.
Any seconder to that? The prayers, the First Amendment, should now read that we should call on the Nigerian Railway Corporation and mandate them to immediately fix the current technical problem that led to the derailment on the Ojevu stroke Itaigwe line immediately. Those in support of the prayer as moved and seconded say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. So that's prayer one. Now, there's prayer two, Senator Shumule. The prayer two will now be the full-scale investigation.
Yeah, Mr. President, I write to second the amendment originally moved by Senator Nigin, except for the issue of public hearing. If you are doing investigation, I think the committee will naturally look at for experts, those who have the know-how.
The method of investigation will not matter to us. But the major thing is private hearing is an option. They will fix it. The major thing is a holistic investigation to be carried out on the situation. And of course, it will involve members of the public. It will involve inviting the Nigerian Railway Corporation and so many others. And then if you don't make it transparent, people will think that there's a wish hunt.
Yeah.
They will think there's a wish hunt. So I think we don't need to mention public hearing or any type of hearing. But we know that, as usual with these chambers, we must make it transparent so that the Nigerian public will be part and parcel of the investigation, and so that there will be believability in the outcome.
I'm very well guided, sir. So I write to second the motion as moved by Senator Ningim to the effect that a whole-scale investigation should be carried out by the committee of the Senate. By the committee of the Senate.
By an ad hoc committee of the Senate. Those in support of the motion that the Senate should immediately set up an ad hoc committee to undertake a whole-scale investigation of the situation of our rail lines vis-a-vis the loans collected from China and then the items brought into the country, including the implementation of the rail lines across board. Those in support, as seconded by Senator Shumole, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Senator Sherifadin, I think we should have a time frame within which they should bring back progress report of the investigative hearing, because this is a very serious issue that Nigerians would like to hear.
Yes, Mr. President. It'll be 4 weeks. Yeah, Mr. President, sir. I said 4 weeks should be okay, sir. That's my 4 weeks.
Dismissed Senator Ndume.
Mr. President, that distinguished Senator Babangida was part of the previous administration. I want to add additional prayers to find out, the committee should find out whether Senator Akpabio was also part of the administration when the loan was collected. And sign. I so move.
Should come back to this August Assembly in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Then we now come back to Senator Ndume. Senator Ndume, you said additional prayer should be to find out whether Senator Akpabio was there when the loan was taken. But you know I wasn't there when the loan was taken. But you approved the loan. You approved the loan in the Senate. You were there. You approved the loan in the Senate. You were there. But you did not go back to check how the loan was utilized. We are now trying to do your job for you. Senator Ndume, after you approved the loan to be taken from China and the moribund or whatever, the tracks and facilities were brought into Nigeria as against the ones that the Chinese took to Mombasa, which is still working, and we started having these problems. So we became a dumping ground. You were there. You never set up a committee like we are doing to find out why the one in Mombasa is working and the one in Nigeria is not working. And we are now trying to do your job. And now you are trying to accuse the Senate President of being there. I never traveled to China in my life, so I don't know. Oh, okay, I've been to China before. So, Deputy Senate President, please bear me out. Are you going to second the motion by... if you are not seconding, say so that we can rule.
You see,
is anybody that wants to second the motion?
Let's not take this in, lightly.
We are not taking it lightly, but he has moved a motion.
That has ever developed without a good rail system. And
yes.
we cannot be an exception.
I know.
We have spent billions and billions of naira
So-
to invest in the rail system.
So
we must investigate very well what is happening.
You are angry that Senator Ndume tried to personalize it by mentioning the Senate President, right? Okay. So in the absence of anybody, seconding motion, Ndume's motion, you are hereby ruled out of order. And it is something that we have to take very, very, very seriously. So accordingly, the Senate has composed an ad hoc committee to investigate the persistent derailment of our rail lines and then also undertake a full-scale investigation into the loans that were taken for these rail facilities, the implementation, the uses, and the reason why we're having all the teething problems, why other countries are enjoying their rail services. They will, at the same time, also posit solution to Nigeria's rail situation. With 140-something or 50-something million people, Nigeria cannot afford to put all the weight on the roads. The road infrastructure we are currently doing will not survive. So it's important to move most of our goods and services through the rails. But the consistent derailment, the nature of implementation, today is either the track is failing or the rail is falling or whatever is happening. So we have never had 1 year of uninterrupted service since we took the trillions of loans from China. We need to look at how the loans were utilized and the implementation. And I think this is a service we owe to our country. So the hardcore committee will draw up terms of reference. The leadership will also give them additional terms of reference. But you will please go all the way and come back with a report that even the executive will be proud of to implement. I thank you. So the members will be, because of the peculiarity of it, we decided to ensure that somebody who has the interests of workers should be the chairman, because Nigerian people must feel the impact. So dismissed Senator Adams Oshumole, you chair the ad hoc committee. Other members will be dismissed Senator Babangida. At least he has a lot of knowledge, having been a permanent secretary in Ministry of Works and Housing. Then we include very distinguished Senator Abaribe, landlord of the Senate, and a very committed Nigerian, and a man of incorruptibility. A man that says it the way it is. So I know you care for this country. Senator Baribe.